Hi, my name is Abdul Hodge. I coach the rush outside linebackers at the University of South Dakota, and today I'll be talking about the versatile play at that position. So at the rush linebacker is a very unique position. Um, I explain it, I describe it somewhat as a stand-up defensive end, but there's a little bit more to that because sometimes we'll be on the line of scrimmage and sometimes we actually be off the line of scrimmage in what I call a stacked position. So just to get started, one of the first things I like to do at the start of practice, work on our get-offs. And what I like to do is in order to do that, I try to focus on the single leg get off, so I have the guys started in a 2-point stand with their knee on the ground and just make sure that they're gaining ground off the line of scrimmage. The most important thing to me in terms of rushing a passer or playing blocks aggressively on the line of scrimmage is that first step. So in the first part of practice, I always like to start off from get-offs. So as you take a look here, you'll see we start. I just set up a few cones, okay, as Matthew gets down. And what I'm trying to show them and emphasize is how much ground can we gain by that first step, okay? So once that ball is snapped, where do our feet start and where does it end on that first step? And that'll let us know. To me, that sets up everything, the pass rush, that sets up how we post the line of scrimmage in terms of our run block. So we just take a look at a few of them here, okay? We'll start down. Usually I want those guys not to roll into it, but just knee on the ground, the chest over a little bit, and just explode out. Most importantly, extending that front foot and getting as much extension as possible to gain ground and finish through. Okay, this next drill is same thing, but we'll start out going straight down the line. This one we're gonna veer off a little bit in a 45-degree angle downhill. Okay, that's me up there taking a look at it, just trying to show these guys. Today was a little show and tell, so I get in there and try to mix it up a little bit. Okay, on my first step, what I'm looking for is to get that first step right at the outside edge of that cone. That lets me know I'm downhill on a 45-degree angle. And if you notice, I'm fighting to keep my hips and my shoulder square to the line of scrimmage. That's very important in order to be able to redirect at any direction. If the quarterback was to pull it or give, or a lot of those RPOs, we may have to plant our out inside foot and go flat. And then we'll do it the other way. Okay, what I want to do is push off my right foot, okay, extend it out, get that left foot right to the closest possible to the outside of that cone. That will allow me to make sure that I'm going, gaining ground on my first step in a 45-degree angle. Okay, pads down, finish through, hips. At any point, I should be able to pause this tape and get my hips and make sure my hips and my shoulders are square to the line of scrimmage. Here on this one, we're going 90. So at this position, very versatile. So we need to make sure we're moving efficiently straight ahead, downhill on a 45, and also being able to break 90. What I tell my guys, if we can increase our efficiency by moving correctly and just being really sound with our movement and cleaning up a lot of wasted steps and having a lot of direct angles, we'll easily increase our production by 25 to 30%. So a play where we're chasing the football and taking rounded turns, to me, that's a missed tackle, a missed opportunity, or a lot of times from the rush or DN position, we end up chasing that guy right into the hole. But if we're able to plant and turn and pursue flat, a lot of times we'll be there to be able to make the tackle. Here it is again. Okay, now we're just pushing off, breaking 90, staying low, finishing through. Okay, now we back to our regular starts, and we're just going through that same pattern again, straight down the line of scrimmage. I like those cones to see how much ground we're gaining, and now we take it down, 45-degree angle, okay, hips and shoulders still square. okay? Speed it up a little bit. Okay, here I'm working a little bit misdirection. So he come down line of scrimmage on the 45, turn and go. Just making sure when we turn and go that we are gaining ground at first step and we staying flat, that we're not rounding it off. Just imagine he's coming down the line, okay, and we're reading the mesh point of the quarterback. All of a sudden the quarterback pulls that ball out, okay? We got to give chase and go flat. If we don't go flat, we end up chasing him right into the hole, possible missed tackle. Same thing here, downhill, turn, break 90. Now here I'm just working some footwork drills, just change direction, make sure he get downhill, go 90, 90, just make sure that we're moving efficiently